And welcome back everyone to the MVM Stretch channel. Right, for this class you're going to need a band or a large towel. You're going to need a nice firm cushion and then a sturdy chair which is ideally just below knee height. So you can pause the video here, go and grab those things and then come back to it. We're actually going to start with our chair, and I'm just going to turn to the side so you can see what's going on, because we're starting with some spinal flexion here. So bring your feet hips width apart. We've got that slight posterior pelvic tilt, so we're tucking our tailbone underneath our rib cage and kind of rest of the upper body. Sit up in a nice tall position, and then from here we're just going to drop our chin to the chest. Now you may already start to feel some stretching and some tension relief down through the upper and mid back just with this movement alone. We're starting to flex the spine, but just from the base of the head through the neck. But then I want you to bring in the upper back. So we're going to start to round through the upper back. You can bring your hands in between your knees if that helps. And slowly but surely, just think about one vertebra at a time, starting from the base of your neck, down through the upper and mid back, just flexing and rounding through. The shoulders can drop forward. Keep that tailbone tucked. And we're just looking for nice deep breaths here, okay? Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feel that tension release through the spine. Two more deep breaths here. It's like you're coming in almost to head bowed prayer position. And slowly roll the spine back up the opposite way. So we're reversing that flexion through the mid, upper back and neck into our neutral spine position. Hopefully that's freed up the back a little bit. You can move your chair off to the side. We're going to be using that later. And then you can come to a seat against a wall. Now you're going to bring your back up to the wall as much as you can, and then feet as close to yourself as you can. So kind of tuck them into your butt if you can. Mine are nowhere near, but that's fine. This is how far I can get without feeling any impingement at the hip. So that's the main thing. In fact, I'm just going to scoot mine forward slightly just so I can bring my knees in line with both my feet and then my chest as well. So we don't want the knees dropping out, we want to keep them in. So if that means you need to scoot the feet forward, that's absolutely fine. And then from here, we're going to continue with our spinal flexion. I want you to reach both hands forward and then come back into that flexed position where we bring the chin to the chest, round through the upper and mid back, reaching forward, and then breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. On that breath out, you should feel you can extend forward a little bit more. Keep that tailbone fairly tucked. And we're going to stay here for about 3 minutes. So let's go for 2 more minutes in this position here. Just deep breath in and breathe out. See if you can extend just a nanometer forward each time. Keep those knees tucked in. If you feel like the knees are splaying out at all, maybe it's worth grabbing your pillow and putting it between the knees so they've got some feedback, something to squeeze onto. Squeeze on. Don't really squeeze onto something, do you? Breathe in. Breathe out. We're looking to free up the spine here, and you should feel that that tension is being relieved throughout the back. This exercise does 2 things. It calms the nervous system down. It also brings our spine into a neutral position. We're going to progress these stretches as the weeks go on, but this is going to be very much foundational today. Just getting used to the movements, getting used to the positions, finding what extent of the positions suit you best. There'll be some, for instance, that are just too much on my lower back, so I have to regress them a little bit for now. But hopefully, as the weeks go on, they'll get easier and easier, and I can move deeper into the stretch positions. Final few breaths here, last two. Big breath in and out. Last one, big breath in and breathe out. Slowly reverse, roll that spine up, relax, and then we're just going to come down to the floor in front. Feel nice and open in the back there. Right, we're going to come into our 90-90 position. So right foot forward, right heel is lined up with left knee is lined up with left heel. Sit up nice and tall, so I like to use my fingertips here to get me nice and upright, and I'm going to rotate my body so my rib cage is facing my right knee. From here, we're just going to relax for 20 seconds. We're going to get into our PNF stretching in our pigeon stretch pose. I'm starting with the 90-90. We're going to progress onto the full pigeon as the weeks go on. But this is just a really nice place to start. It's comfortable, it's not putting too much strain on the lower back, and you might feel some tightness being relieved in the right hip already. Right, from here, I want you to drive that right knee down into the floor for 10 seconds, driving that whole leg, but predominantly the knee, like you're trying to open this right hip up. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. 20 seconds here. You should feel like you can go a little bit deeper into the stretch, whether that's just sinking the hips back, whether you're shuffling the chest forward, shifting the chest forward. Hold here for another 5. And we're going to go for another drive down. We ready? 3, 2, 1. Drive that right knee down. We're looking for about 5 out of 10 intensity here, so not all out, but a little bit of pressure. And stop there. Relax. We'll go one more time on this side. Let's go again. Drive this right knee down, front knee for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Now from here, we're going to work on our internal rotation on this left leg. So we've been sitting in this position for a while. What I want us to do is alternate between driving our left knee down into the ground, which is our internal rotation on our left hip, and then driving our left foot down into the ground, which is our external rotation. So let's start with the knee drive. For 10 seconds, drive that inside knee, your left knee down into the ground. You should feel this hip, your left hip, internally rotate, like you're trying to bring this femur bone over the top of you. Hold there for another 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to swap to the left foot. So drive the left foot down into the floor for 10 seconds. And you should feel again at the left hip here, but this time external rotation. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. Swap to the left knee. Drive that left knee down into the ground. You can see I'm keeping myself nice and upright here. If you want to come back to this position, it's fine, but you might just feel it a little bit more if you're sitting up. And swap to the left foot. Drive that left foot down for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final time. Drive the left knee down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Swing both feet in front of you, and we're just going to swap sides. So left knee in front, right leg behind. Line up left heel with right knee. And then we're going to go for our PNF pigeon stretch drive on this front left leg here. So 20 seconds in this position. And with me, let's drive that front left knee down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Maybe you can shift those hips back. Maybe you just feel it a little bit more open on this second round. Don't necessarily have to create movement each time. You're just feeling more relaxed in the stretch. We've got 2 more rounds here. Let's go again. Drive that left knee down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, 20 seconds. I should say, if you're really tight and it helps, you can either sit on top of your pillow here, or you can put the pillow underneath your front knee, if that helps with your positioning a little bit more. Let's go again, last time. Drive the left knee down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. We're going to do our work on our back leg now. You can come back to this reclined position again, or if you feel like you can stay in this position and work the back leg. So I'll demonstrate this one on the second round. Let's drive the right knee down first to start. So we're driving down for 10, 9, 8. You might feel that one side is easier than the other. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then let's drive that right foot down. Each side is going to be different to the other, and this goes for the kind of mind-muscle, neuromuscular connection, as well as the muscles themselves. Go back to the knee, drive down for 10. Like for instance, I find it more difficult to drive my right knee down than my left knee down in this position. And there's some stiffness there, but also it's a kind of neural pattern thing. So as we do these swap to the foot, as we do these sessions week to week, you should find that that gap between the two sides gets smaller and smaller. Last round, drive that right knee down. Stay upright if you can. Probably saw that I was sinking in a little bit there. And drive the right foot down last time. I think we're on track, guys. See if I can make it in 20 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Fantastic. Okay, we are going to continue with our PNF stretching. You're going to grab your band or your towel, and we're going to get into some hamstring work. So with the band or towel, you're going to hook it around your left foot, just under the ball of your foot, so kind of mid-foot position. And then you're going to bring it back, aiming up towards the ceiling. I like to keep my right foot up because I find if I extend this leg, it just extends my lower back too much. So you can pick your position, whatever suits you, with that other leg. And then with this one, just come to a position with your left leg where you can still keep it straight. So if I start to come up, you'll see that my knee starts to bend a little bit. I just want to regress that slightly so I can keep this left leg straight. And we're just going to hold this position for 20 seconds in our relaxed stretch position. So we'll go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to drive that left foot away. So I'm driving my left foot towards the camera, pointing the toes. 5 out of 10 intensity for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Maybe you can bring that left leg back a little bit. Keep that rib cage depressed down. Remember, we don't want to be arching through the back. You shouldn't be able to fit your hand underneath your lower back here. So rib cage depressed down, like you're pointing it towards the floor. And this will just keep your spine in a neutral position. Let's drive that left foot again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back a bit if you can. If not, just stay in that relaxed stretch position wherever that is for you. Might feel that leg start to shake a little bit. That's absolutely fine. Let's go last time. Drive that left foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Bend the left knee. Come back up to a seat by rolling onto your side. Nice safe way to get back up. And then we'll swap to the right side. So same again. Choose where you have that left leg, right foot up towards the ceiling. And we're going to hold here in this relaxed stretch position. Should feel that tension being relieved through the hamstring. And then point those toes, push the band or towel away. 5 out of 10 intensity for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you bring the right leg back just a nanometer? Find that stretch again. And we'll go again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that right leg back. One last time here. 20-second hold. Deep stretch. Keep it relaxed. Keep the breathing going. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. One last drive, point the toes, 5 out of 10 intensity, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, bend the right knee, roll over to your side and come back up. Okay, use that cushion if you need, and we're going to need your chair, and we're going to come into our prayer stretch. So, knees on the floor, underneath you, directly underneath you. Bring your elbows to the chair. And then we're going to sink the chest down towards the floor. Now you can bring the hands to the back of your neck, or if it feels better for you to just keep them up here for now, that's absolutely fine. And we're just sinking that chest down towards the floor. And we don't have any specific counts here, but what I want you to do is just alternate between an active drive of the elbows down into the chair with just a relaxed position. So it's very much the PNF that we have been doing, but we just don't have specific like 20-second to 10-second counts here. You can just alternate. So for instance, I'll drive my elbows down here for 1, 2, 3, and then see if I can relax my chest a little bit deeper towards the floor. Always feel free to walk the knees back a little bit if you like. You'll get a little bit of a back arch here, but it should be nice and safe. If you feel any discomfort or pain throughout any of these stretches, just scale it back. There's always an alternative. We're just going to spend a minute here, just stretching out the lats, the back of the arms, the shoulders, even through the mid-back. Keep alternating, drive the elbows down, and then relax and sink the chest further. Nice deep breaths. We have just one more stretch after this. I think I'm kind of on time. Drive the elbows down, and then use that drive to slowly come back up. Bring the hips forward, and then make your way up off the chair. We're going to use that chair still. We're going to put it up against the wall, or if the chair has a back to it, you can use that. And we are going to come into our 90-90 position to finish. So feet against the wall. I want you to bring that pillow And I like to use it width ways, just so I've got a little bit more meat in between my knees. And we're actually gonna squeeze at about a 2 to 3 out of 10 intensity, so not much here. Drive the ball of your foot and your heel into the wall and actively drag them down towards the chair, okay? So we want that pressure through the feet to be the main thing holding you up, rather than the calves into the chair here. Make sure that your hips are underneath your knees. And all we're going to do is come to a posterior pelvic tilt, which means I'm squeezing my glutes ever so slightly to pick my tailbone up off the floor, but it's just my tailbone. My lower back stays glued to the floor, my rib cage stays depressed down, and I just feel the slightest bit of lift. My glutes are coming up off the floor, but my lower back stays, and you should feel that tension through the hamstrings as you drag the feet down the wall, and then a little bit in the glutes as you come into that posterior pelvic tilt. From here, I want you to reach both arms up, and we're just going to use those nice deep breaths to relax. As you breathe in, I want you to think about expanding the rib cage laterally instead of belly up towards the ceiling. So in actual fact, you should be feeling tension in the side of your abs rather than the top, okay? So think about the obliques doing the work here to expand. My rib cage goes out laterally, and then as I breathe out, it's my oblique muscles, the ab muscles on the side of my body, that is bringing the rib cage back in. And it will take a bit of practice, but you should eventually start to feel like those muscles are doing the work on the exhale, rather than your actual visible abdominal muscles. Just one more minute here. Keep that tailbone tucked. Drive the feet down. We're not looking for 10 out of 10 tension here. This is 3 to 4 total tension. Just driving the feet into the wall. Hamstrings switch on as you pull those feet down. Keep tucking that tailbone. Remember, lower back glued to the floor. Glutes have lifted up slightly, tailbone is up. If you're shaking, that's fine. Just try and scale it back a little bit. Take your foot off the gas just a touch. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the tailbone down, relax, slowly rock to the side and come up. I hope you enjoyed that stretch session, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.